So next time, you walk in front of the seat first and then you put the seat down. And that way you don't have to jump over it.
Mama ma będę z Kamilem siedział.
Chcesz between? I guess how much you just go this way.
And important in the development of the Caribbean, let me tell you their story. The name parrotfish derives from the parrots that are flying up here, and also they have a very strong jaw and tooth, just like a parrot's teeth. In contrast, algae, but because they have a strong jaw and tooth, every time they go and take a piece of the algae, they also take a piece of coral alongside with it. They chew it, they swallow it, but they cannot digest it. But as we know, everything that enters the mouth also has to come out on the other side at some point. So for the parrotfish, when they dump it, it comes out in the form of sand. So one parrotfish can poop around 180 pounds, which is around 90 kilos, 85 kilos of sand a year. All of them are responsible for around 99% of all the sand that we see here in the Caribbean. So next time you see someone getting married on the beach, rolling all up in the sand, you see those artists building those beautiful sand sculptures. You see kids at the beach eating sand. With this information in the back of your mind, you're gonna be like, ew, how could they let their kids do that? Yeah? You know exactly why a lot of people want to come down to the Caribbean and celebrate their vacation in this blue water. Because of that sand, we have a water that appears blue. You see, that sand is the reflective material of the sky, and the why is appearing blue. And the more higher up the sand is, the more light blue the water will appear, and the deeper the sand, the more deep blue, dark blue the sand will appear. On the left hand side, you got a great visibility for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Don't take it for granted that we're having such a beautiful visibility down here. Are we enjoying? On the left hand side we can see a Spanish hogfish. That's the yellow belly with a gray back. And that specific one, those are the blue tanks. If that doesn't ring a bell, those are dories, ladies and gentlemen, from Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Their official name is the blue tang. As we're looking outside, ladies and gentlemen, I think you also noticed all those beautiful corals down here. And corals, as most of you already know, are not plants, but rather these are animals. And to be all around the world is probably the brain coral, because it resembles the past 800 years. On the left, those tubes are sponges, yes? And sponges are one of the oldest living organisms that we have here on our planet. These sponges specifically, when they're forming with time.
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, there's the calcium up there.
Caught too late.
The reefs that we're looking at here right now is quite healthy. You hear that, sweetheart?
Oh, there's another one.
No, down below, two of them.
Oh, yeah, that's mine.
Appreciate it. See to the left, that's a good one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this the reef is quite healthy. Where? Stingray? Yes. So the reefs here are pretty healthy, even though we are still trying to make it even more healthier. Sometimes we also have storms and hurricanes and things like that, even though Curacao is outside of the hurricane zone. Not only the pollution, but also the current can make it all the way to the islands. Yes, and with the current comes with a lot of debris. The one all the way up front is now keep on swimming, keep on swimming. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a little bit, we will be passing by on the left and on the right hand side. You will notice. And we're getting attacked by pirates, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on tight. So on the left and just a little bit, you will notice there's a bunch of corals. These corals right here, ladies and gentlemen, are called the fire corals. Alright, my advice to you is stay away from the fire corals. Yes? The reason for that is, as soon as they touch your skin, you will be getting a burning sensation that can last up to 4 hours. Yes, and I wish I could say that I googled that information, but I would be lying. And that's all first-hand experience right there. Those are the brain coral, the star blush coral, golf ball coral, and so on. And the soft type corals are the ivory tube corals, the common sea fan, and so on and so forth. Especially the soft top corals are being used by divers a lot to determine how strong the current is and what side it's pushing, and that way you can adjust your route. On the left hand side we can see the elk horn coral, and those are one of the most sensible and sensitive corals in the water. As you don't touch them today and you come back tomorrow, you will notice that piece that you touch will turn white. That means that a coral is dead. That piece of coral is dead. And that's why rule number 1 in nature is look but do not touch, because you do not know what type of damage you can cause. Again, you can see them, the elk horn coral, and together with the fire coral. So the first one, we're gonna start off with a classic. It's Sebastian, Under the Sea. Right, that's a classic. Under the sea, under the sea. Yeah, that's a beautiful classic. We got a new classic, even though it's already 20 years old, and that is the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song. Right? We're looking for the pineapple under the sea, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking for it. And then we have the classic that everybody loves to hate. If you're a grandparent, you hate this song with a passion. As a parent, you don't know what to do anymore. You just want to throw the TV away. There you go. That's it, Baby Shark. That's a torture song. I believe if there's a hell, that's the first song they play for you all day long. And then you also have, that's number 3. Number 4, ladies and gentlemen, is Celine Dion with My Heart Will Still Go On, of course. So that song topped the chart for 722 years or so, something like that. So, and I truly believe a poor woman, Celine Dion, got sick by singing this stupid song for so long. In Vegas. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, since we are on a submarine, which is the only appropriate song for the submarine? The Yellow Submarine. Who else know more than the chorus, though? Every time I say it, everybody only sings the chorus. Nobody sings the full song. Any recreation going on, so everything is happening here on the southern part of the island. And then we'll find you in the north part if you go swimming. But the other thing is, if there would have been anything with sharks related, shark attacks or whatever, you would have known it by now already. Certainly with the social media going on. People will be TikToking they're getting attacked by sharks first before anything else. So hashtag pain, hashtag losing limbs. Give me a minute or so, I'm gonna see what the captain is up to next. I'll be right back with you, alright, ladies and gentlemen? In the meanwhile, keep the windows closed or else the draft will be a little bit too cold. The draft down here will kill you, it's literally. Alright, give me a minute, I'll be right back.
Oh, you got some bread.
No wonder they was falling.
Greg.
They already knew.
They did, didn't they? Listen, they're gonna go absolutely first.
Ela foi então.
Whoa. Oh, you got bit right by the windows. Just for that one. Oh my God, that was a big one.
Whoa, that was his surprise.
That was pretty cool though. That was a cool surprise. Look how
Here he comes. There's lots of them.
So you're walking. Maybe earthquake walking. Volcanoes boil up the smoke.
not in the air, they don't.
Put a little bit to the down.
That's on this side.
That fish over there has dock. Must be from here.
I know it is, yeah, it's beautiful. There's some little dot fish out here.
There was a buffer fish there.
That's a big one.
Jak ja się byś machnął koło, też byś tak widział. Chcesz dzisiaj spróbować? To co? A i taka maski na głowa.
When we snorkeled all the way around on that other side, we saw it's in big ball deals like that, and that's this big. And then ones that are just flat and come straight up like this, right? Like that. The ones that are
One of those big long ones.
Here he comes back. Something going on right there.
Yeah, that conversation took a little bit longer than I supposed to originally, but I made it back down, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
And right now, I hope everybody enjoyed that a little bit. Right?
Thank you.
So right now we are sailing through what I like to call the forest because of all the soft top corals that are growing out here. This is also being used by the fish as a nursery. So if you pay attention, you can see a lot of babies swimming around in these corals right here. I also want to give a special shout out to the smallest fish living out here. Those are the Rosshead family. You better know them as the cleaner fish. They're responsible for keeping the reef healthy. Now, how do they do that? They are the ones who are eating the parasites of the fish. As you know, parasites can leach from one fish to another, and they can contain a lot of different diseases. So by eating them up, they eliminate that threat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll almost here is a little bit different, and as you can see, this is a little bit different. The visibility is going to be very blurry over here. The reason for that is very simple. The seawater outside here and the inlet bay have a slightly different temperature. Yes, and that difference is make a big impact because the cold water will drop down, the warm water will rise up, and then the minerals get released like that. And that's why you have the murky water as we're looking outside right here. Yeah? All right, with that being said, in just a short bit, we will notice that the captain will open up the door at the back. kept alive nowadays by the day. Let me ask you, ladies here.